All right, everybody, welcome back to Unofficially Opinionated. I am Christian here with Nate and Tim. This is the podcast where we talk about anything and everything, and we share our unofficial opinions. What's up, guys?
What's up?
What's up?
How's it going?
Good.
Good. Doesn't sound convincing, but I'll take it.
No, man, things have just been crazy. Things have been crazy. Like I finished the trainee program. I'm still in the trial period for my job. That ends on the 17th of February. They're already integrating me into the business, the team. Plus I got a lot of other stuff going on. So I have just been very, very busy, like really busy. And we did our project. So we had like this project for the training, right? So to kind of show everything we learned during the training or whatever. My team and we blew that out of the water. Like I thought, I told them, I was like, to be honest, actually, I don't know if I told them that. I said this to myself. No, I think I did tell them. But anyways, I was like, I don't care if they didn't like our project or not. I was like, we rocked this project. We did it. And I had told the manager of the team that I'm joining, I was like, that was one of the few projects that I've done, like group projects that I've done with other people, that I was actually satisfied with the work. Because I was like, you know, when you're getting a group project, not everyone agrees, blah, 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 but you still have to produce something. So, you know, sometimes you just got to be like, give them whatever to make everyone happy. And I was like, this was one of those ones where I was just like, man, my team rocked. And I told them that, like, when we were presenting, one of my teammates, she was nervous because she wasn't sure if she could get all the information out. But when she got up there, she was just like firing it off, just bam, 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 bam. And when she did that, because she was the last one to present, when she did that, I just like typed in WhatsApp. I was like, "Yo, rock!" Like it was so crazy. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So, anyways, yeah.
Sweet.
It's been super busy. But
How about you, Tim? I know you've been super busy of late. What you been up to?
Trying to hold on a second. So
okay.
No, I've had a lot of different projects, personal projects, and some work projects going on.
Ooh, personal. What personal projects?
Well, I mean, it's getting close to spring and stuff. I want my kids to start riding their bikes and stuff. So I've been trying to, get their bikes fixed up, get my bike fixed up, get my wife's bike fixed up. And I failed on that. So
yeah, do you live in a good place for like riding bikes, or you got to take it somewhere and go ride a bike somewhere else?
Somewhere else, yeah. So I gotta buy a stupid, ridiculous amount of money bike rack to go on the back of my truck, and yeah, it's like if you
got a truck, you just drop it in the bed and just keep it going, or no?
So how big is the truck?
I got a
or how big
SUV.
is the bed?
So
because you said truck, so I mean, I'm just
well, sorry. When I truck SUV, it's the same thing to me.
True stuff, because I was thinking of a truck, like I was thinking of Chevy. You like?
No, but I
like, and when I say truck, I mean small SUV.
I mean a muscle car. It's like no.
Right. By truck, I mean Prius.
Yeah. But I gotta attach a bike rack, and I don't have a tow hookup, so I gotta get one of those ridiculous, expensive, complex ones that tie tethers all over the back of your truck or SUV. And stuff.
Right.
Yeah, those things are ridiculous. Like if I had a tow hookup, I'm gonna find out if I can attach one or something like that. But if I don't have one,
I think you can, which is what I thought you were going to say. But
yeah, that's what I'm looking up right now to find out.
Okay,
all right.
But because if I don't have one, it's like if I don't have a tow hookup, for a 4 bike, it could be like $400. But if I have a tow hookup, it's like $80. Mm-hmm. I don't understand this.
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
More material, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. Like I'm not
less to reinforce and all that. Yeah, I can imagine. But yeah, that's kind of
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's definitely a hassle for sure. Well, I mean, have fun with that.
I know, right?
I do not even.
Already, bikes,
I'm ashamed, but I have 2 bikes down in our basement One is my son's that I just have yet to like put air in the tires for, and like,
Dude.
and then my sister-in-law brought a bike over for me to put together for her, you know, whenever she needed it. That was like we kind of
Clearly
first
she hasn't
moved
needed
here,
it.
and so it's been almost 2 years. And every other day I'm like, oh, I feel so terrible. I should really go down there and put that bike together. And then I play on Xbox. So it's I'm not proud of myself.
Oh my goodness.
So maybe, you know, today I'm going to do that after I finish watching the NFL playoffs for sure.
Today?
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Soon the playoffs are done. I know it'll be 9 p.m. I'll be tired, but I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Well,
listen.
Speaking about the NFL playoffs, man, I'm so mad that Seattle didn't get in. We didn't beat the 49ers.
I mean, look, be happy you guys got
really
the playoffs.
think that Seattle would like? I know what I'm talking about. Moving on.
Look, beginning of the season, nobody expected y'all to be any good, but you made it into the playoffs. I mean, take it. You did good.
They made it in, or they didn't?
Like, I watched that game. I just watched the highlights.
They made it in.
Watched the game. Man,
Okay,
it was
they
just
made
like,
it in. Okay.
huh?
Did
We
you-
made
I
it in
thought Tim
after
said
we
he was
got
mad
wiped by
they
the
didn't make it
49ers.
in.
Okay, I didn't pay attention after that.
What?
Good.
Seattle was in the playoffs, wildcard weekend, and lost to the
Yes.
49ers. Yes?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
we got wiped. That's what I'm saying. I was so
But
mad
are
about
they
that
still
game. I
in
watched the highlights only.
Oh,
It's
It was,
one and done. So there's no series.
Okay.
It's,
Yeah,
you
there's
know,
nothing.
you lose, you're out.
We're out.
okay.
Yeah, I was mad about that.
Baltimore's
Hey,
out
when's
also,
football
so
season?
it's all good.
When's
Like, what do
football
y'all
season
do?
over?
So Super Bowl is going to be the weekend of the 13th, I believe. I mean, the 12th. So February 12th Super Bowl, and that's the end.
So here's
Ah.
my question then, and this is because I stopped paying attention after that. Who's in the Super Bowl?
So this week is divisional playoffs. Next week's the championship. So right now we know next week the Chiefs are in and Philadelphia is in next week. Spoiler alert for those that are listening to this and somehow before we post it. Because this will be in February. So yeah. So Chiefs are in. Philadelphia's in today. 2 more games will let us know who's going to be playing in the championship next week, and then we'll know who'll be in the Super Bowl. So yeah, our little sports corner for the day.
I literally just got super bored.
The more you know, right? Nate's falling asleep.
Just like, wake me up.
Got toothpicks in his eye, trying to stay awake. But yeah, I guess for me, it's been kind of. I was kind of sick for a little while, so that's why I didn't get to record with you guys last week. So I'm mostly over it. I'm not 100% there, but working through. I don't usually get sick, so it's been weird to me. I've been sick twice this season now, which is unusual for me. Usually, if I'm sick, it's really more fatigue because I've just been staying up too late for too long, and my body's like, stop.
Yes.
So that's when I get sick, and I'll take a work day. I'll take a day off of work and be like, look, I just got a sick day. I need to sleep and just recuperate, and I'm usually good. But this has been like actual sick, which is just doesn't usually happen. I assume, you know, my immunity has been kind of weakened over 2 years of wearing masks all the time, not going anywhere. So I'm just getting caught up with all the germs.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, work's been good. I think I have finally gotten 3 positions approved for hire to help because, as you guys know right now, my IT department is me. So
I mean, I do that.
Right.
But that's it.
Yeah. I mean, we have outsourced like the kind of hardware, like fix your computer stuff, but like everything else is like it's just me. So
Okay.
I need some help. So we're working on that. So hopefully in the next few weeks I can get some people to come in and help me and get her done.
Well, at least it's been approved. You said it was approved.
So
right?
I mean, so yes, so
quasi approved.
CEO verbally approved, CFO approved, and then we will talk with the CEO to confirm. So hopefully it should be done, but we'll see.
Okay.
Hopefully I get all 3 positions. I think maybe I'll get one now and in a couple months, but we'll see. But that's been my kind of.
I'll cross my fingers for you.
Yes.
Because that's stressful.
It's just
everyone's job.
So much, right? And more people keep leaving that, and then I kind of end up absorbing other parts of other things just by default.
Is that
so,
okay? Never mind. I ain't gonna ask that question. Anyways.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay.
But,
All right.
so yeah, well, I guess today our kind of main topic, other than NFL playoffs, is going to be Black entertainment. I need an air horn or some kind of a.
No, please no.
Look, one day
We were
I'm gonna
good.
get these sound effects figured out, because after that last time when I thought I played it and it did not come through at all,
No.
and I didn't know until I listened to the podcast.
Oh,
I didn't know.
You were super satisfied
Yeah,
about
I
it.
felt so satisfied with myself. I'm like, these guys don't get it. They're being whacked. No one heard it but me.
No one heard it.
And the awkward silence in an audio podcast, which was great. So I'm going to over that for now until I do some more testing. But
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So, Black History Month is kind of the theme for a few of our podcasts here. So I thought we'd talk about kind of Black entertainment, kind of what we like, what we don't like, what we've been kind of growing up with, and kind of how we're feeling about the state of things. So I guess my first question for you guys would be, when I say Black entertainment, when I say that term, what comes to mind? What do you think of? How do you feel? Tim's laughing, so Nate.
Tim's laughing. What you got? I think I know what you're going to say anyway, but tell us.
sorry. Okay, and I was saying this before we started recording, and I'm gonna keep saying this. Anytime somebody says Black entertainment, right?
Yeah.
I always think of Black entertainment television.
Yeah.
So BET. So, because like that's like the only time people say Black entertainment. They're talking about BET.
Yeah.
Until today.
I mean, listen. I understand. Yeah, when I hear Black entertainment, I'm just expecting the television. So
Yeah, exactly. So so if it's that, then it's a bunch of. It's like I can't watch BET, so I don't think about that. And then if it's not in BET, then I don't know what it is really. It's like let's see here. Blood and Water. Would that consider?
I think so.
I mean, that is totally not something I would think of if I was thinking of Black entertainment.
So why? So I guess let's back up then, right? So how do we define what we would call Black entertainment? So when I think about Black entertainment, for me, when I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about something that probably has, at the very least, like the lead character is Black, whether that's going to be a TV show, a book, or a movie, whatever. So at least the main character is Black. I would say probably the writer-director combo is mostly Black. Okay. I think that's where I would go as far as kind of at a very base level. Some entertainment that I would consider, in quotes, Black. How about you guys? Because apparently you didn't think Blood and Water would fit, and that's, South African.
I mean, so what I'm saying is, if I heard the term Black entertainment, I wouldn't have thought of Blood and Water initially, because for me, that is like what Tim and I were talking about for the review. I would consider that like African entertainment, like just right off the top of my head, and then Black entertainment, I would consider anything that something similar to what you said, but Black. Black American. Sorry, you know what I mean? Or African American, however you want to depict that. That's how I would see it. But if I were to think longer on it, like that would be my knee-jerk reaction. And if I were to think longer about it, anything that included, but then yeah, you'd have to kind of, because it would be anything that included people of color, but not just included. I mean, I could think anything that included people of color, but not necessarily written by people of color or made for people of color. Like, for example, if they just wrote a script written by whoever, and they just happened to cast Black people in it because Black people were the people who got the job were Black, like a happenstance, I would also consider that Black entertainment.
So, as an example, I would consider like Black Panther, both movies, Black entertainment.
Yeah.
Because, again, most of the main characters are Black, if not all, right? Ryan Coogler, the director, also was part of the writing. He's Black, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I think it's a black movie. Now, is it made by a black entertainment company? Right? Is it made for black people? No, but I claim that as black entertainment because it kind of fits the mold. I was just something else like the new movie Candyman, right?
Candyman.
I'd put that in black entertainment. If you look at
I
the
don't
movie
know what
Nope
that is.
by Jordan Peele, right? Jordan
Oh,
Peele.
nope.
Yeah, exactly.
I would
Like to me,
consider
that's
that black
now
entertainment. Yeah.
it's not like it doesn't take place in a typical quote unquote black neighborhood or black experience, but characters are black. Like it's black writers from a black person. So to me,
Yeah.
black entertainment.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I bucket it. Tim, how about you?
I agree with that.
Don't you agree with me?
Yes. You say things that make sense. Yes, I agree with that 100%.
I was really racist.
That's why I said blood and water. Because like you were saying earlier, like understanding the definition of what we call black entertainment. Well, I was on this journey trying to find what I understand as black entertainment because I grew up with the whole BET experience, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I
Now,
did too.
now, why do you say unfortunately? And you say you grew up with the whole BET experience, and I'm putting quotes
Every
around
time,
that.
okay, so I'll tell you this. Okay, so every time I turned on BET, it was either like they had like these weird like church shows, and then rap music, and then what I would call exploitative, black people shows because they were like the extremes. It was like I don't know. BET's always seemed like it was the extremes of everything. Like I didn't know anybody who act like them people on BET.
To be
It was
honest, I don't remember any shows that were on
oh
BET.
gosh, it was yeah, it was.
I mean,
it
I
was
remember
extreme.
BET and I remember the music, like the music videos, but that's it. I don't recall.
Yeah,
I know they had shows.
yeah. I
but
think
don't
back
recall.
then it was a lot of it was still based around like culture and music shows, right? Like
Yeah.
106 in Park stuff like that. I think was a lot of it like back then. Nowadays, there's a lot of like scripted shows and other things and news, all kind of stuff that they're doing now. But I think
I don't watch it.
older
But
times it was. I think it was more around. I think kind of music and kind of culture things.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, what do we think is the importance of like black entertainment?
Well, I mean that's what I was doing. I was trying to find out, what's the importance and what I consider, and so that's when I started looking at like other black entertainment from other countries, like
So
Africa.
are we looking because you're looking for other countries. So this is where I guess I would have this question because do you think that black entertainment is just supposed to be representing people of color, or you think it should be representing people, or do you think it should be representing people uh, of color, particular to the U.S.? Like, what do you all think about that?
So
Like, trying to get us out of the struggle. You know what I mean?
so when okay, when I think of black entertainment, I think of black people. Period. I don't care what country they come from.
Okay.
So
But you specifically said you were looking for things outside this country.
yeah. So I'm no, I'm so I am okay. So I guess let me explain that better. My definition of black entertainment when I was younger was only things, like shows from black people in America.
Yeah, like sister, sister,
Yeah,
sister,
right.
Sister, I got
Okay.
my own mind.
Okay, let's not.
Anyway.
Let's stop.
Moving on. Moving
So-
on.
Yes.
So what I've been trying to do is to expand, on what I consider black entertainment. Like adding to it. Like there's things I still consider, there's still shows from America that I consider to be black entertainment, but I want to expand on it. Just, because, if I just look at black American shows, then I'm just looking at this narrow version or view of what the black entertainment is.
So I
There's
have
other
a
stuff out
question
there.
on that, Tim, as you're talking through it. So you're saying you wanted to expand what you thought of as black entertainment.
Mhm.
if I were to look at this, it sounds like you were in a place where I'm going to only watch black entertainment, and for that reason, you were kind of narrowly stuck with in quotes only what was produced here, and for you that wasn't enough. So you said, "Look, I need to expand this to have more options." Is that kind of where you're coming from?
I wouldn't say that I only wanted to watch black entertainment or anything. I just wanted to like, okay, so I've worked with a lot of different people, right? And they always talked about the stuff they watch, and a lot of them were Africans, Ethiopians, Somalians. I've worked with a lot of Africans, and and they become a lot of them become like a lot of my friends and stuff, and when you become friends with people, you kind of take on their experiences a little bit. Their issues become real to you. And so I wanted to watch shows they watch. And some of them were not interesting. So I had to find some.
Some of the shows that they watch were not interesting. So
some of them were.
Okay.
Some of them were. And there was reasons for that. Because sometimes it was a language barrier. And
Okay.
I would watch a couple shows that were in Amharic, and I don't speak enough Amharic to really understand it, and now I don't speak any of it at all now, so it would really be hard. So
Well, I mean, what they didn't they didn't translate it,
I hate
or
reading
like
translations. I can't
dub
watch a
it?
movie and read translations at the same time. I seriously can't stand
They
that.
didn't dub it.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, I
yeah.
hate dubbed. I refuse to watch dubbed movies. I
I
refuse.
no.
It's like your mouth is moving, but you're not saying those words.
Yes.
I don't understand.
Somehow with animation it's fine, but
Yeah.
like live action,
Mm.
I'll just read it, it's it's.
I would far more.
But with animation, I hate reading it.
Oh
Yeah.
I'm like, why would I do
Okay.
that when I can just get the dub version?
I refuse. Like when I watch an animation and I hear quite often it hasn't been the opposite. The case hasn't been the opposite yet, and it's possible, but I haven't seen it yet. Quite often, I can tell that the audio is off if it's dubbed, because the audio usually sounds less integrated, even during the animation, right? So, like, I'll be literally in the other room and I'll hear a cartoon, and I'll hear the audio. I won't even know what cartoon it is, or I won't see it, but I'll hear the audio and I'll be like, "Oh, that's dubbed," because it just sounds more. I don't know if it sounds clearer or if it sounds, I don't know. It just sounds more close. I don't know really how to explain it. So I can't. I mean, I have,
I know. What you
but I can watch it better than I can watch a dubbed, like in a live action movie. I refuse. I absolutely refuse. I watched a couple and then I was just like, I can't do this. This hurts. So anyways, off topic, but
Right. So I guess going back. So Tim, you mentioned kind of growing up, kind of the BET thing. So let's go back to kind of our growing up days. What is some black entertainment that you recall either being impactful to you now, or like things you enjoyed, or kind of things you missed? So let's start with maybe like animation. Were there any cartoons that you consider kind of black that you guys were into back in the day?
Animation? Did y'all see any black animation?
There was a few.
Miss something?
There's a few.
Really?
Now, I think a lot of it was on cable,
wait.
which I didn't have. So
Which I didn't
what
have.
do you
So,
consider?
okay,
What do you consider animation? Sorry, because
okay.
when you say
Something that
animation,
is
I'm thinking
that is animated.
no. I'm saying like, are you talking about like? Sorry. Hey, okay. Are you talking about like anime?
I don't care if it's anime or American animation. I'm just speaking something animated. So
or claymation.
or even claymation. Okay, so like what was that show? The PJs. Did you guys watch that show, The PJs?
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah, I
did
did
watch
watch
that.
it.
Yes,
That was something
yes.
back in the day.
You know what? And speaking about animation, yeah, now that brings back to me Bebe's
Bebe's
Kids.
Kids,
Yeah.
Proud Family. You guys watch that?
And you might as well say the
I
Boondocks
did.
in.
Boondocks.
I watched.
I mean, so Boondocks
of
wasn't around
Boondocks, but
when I
that
was
later.
young.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, that was
more.
later.
Oh,
Older.
I watch it now. It still stays up.
Oh no, I love Boondocks,
Good,
but
Chris. Yeah, you have to watch it.
I still
I mean,
grew
I
up
don't
with
watch it.
Boondocks because I was older when it came out.
I didn't grow up with it either. Yeah, and I would not have been able to watch it.
No,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you shouldn't have.
No,
That is,
but some of the topics they talk about, it's stuff we're talking about now. So it's
Yeah.
interesting.
yes,
Okay.
yes. So I mean,
Boondocks is what the South Park for black people.
right.
Yeah,
So
I guess you could say that.
I mean, it sounds like you guys. I mean, I know I didn't really. I don't recall liking the PJs very much. I don't know. I don't know if it was just, culture growing up just internally. Is it because it was black that I didn't like it, or is it because just the style of it I didn't like? I really don't know. But I wasn't really into the PJs. I couldn't watch Proud Family. I didn't have Disney Channel, so I couldn't see that. What else was around back then?
I don't
It was
remember.
one of the
I
Wayans.
just vaguely remember the PJs. I don't remember what that was about. I remember the name. I don't recall. I remember they're bringing back the Proud Family, aren't they?
Yeah,
They
I
brought it
recalled
back.
yeah.
I saw like a couple episodes of the Proud Family, but I wasn't really into that either. And I don't know why.
How about Static Shock? You guys watch that? I know a lot of people really fan
Yes,
Static
actually,
Shock.
I'm mad that I forgot about that, and I'm glad you
Static
brought it up.
Shock.
Yes,
I'm trying to
Static
help
Shock.
y'all.
Yeah, man.
Static Shock.
I didn't see that. I didn't watch it. I mean, I know what it was, but
Right.
I think I saw like one episode.
Yeah, me too. And I don't know if it just was a timing issue where I didn't get to see it. With me, it was Saturday morning. I don't
Yeah.
remember when it came on. So
Static
Mhm.
Shock.
Yeah.
The only one of the characters from Image Comics that kept crossing over to DC, but they didn't want to pay for it, so they wouldn't. That's why you don't see Static Shock, even though that was like during that time period, that was one of the most popular shows. But they did not want to pay Image Comics to lease Static.
Okay.
So, and
I didn't know that.
there's a story behind that. Like why is there a lot of in DC Comics? Why there are a lot of black characters that use electricity?
Yeah.
Because they're all Static Shock clones. They kept trying not to use Static Shock, but they kept trying to make characters that they can use in DC to take its place, and they didn't work out. So they kept
Are there a lot of
a
static?
lot of black
or
characters use electricity in DC.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
There's a lot of them.
Because we electric.
Boogie, woogie. All right.
Okay.
Interesting.
No.
All right, so I guess we didn't really dig too deep into the black cartoons growing up. I guess maybe
No.
partly because it wasn't very much out there.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot to choose from.
You know,
And the ones that were out there could have been better, I guess. I don't
And
know.
maybe there's others that we're not thinking of, but I guess that proves the point
Oh.
that it wasn't really part of our growing up, at least.
No. Yeah.
Was it one of the Wayans? Didn't they have a cartoon?
A cartoon?
Maybe
I don't
later.
know.
Oh, you know who did have a cartoon though? MC Hammer.
Right. No.
That does sound
Right.
vaguely familiar.
It's like
Yeah, he had
Hammer.
a cartoon. MC Hammer. Yeah.
Hammer something or another.
Yeah, it was like Hammer
I forgot
Time or
with
something
the
like
talking
that.
shoes
Something-
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
I know I didn't watch that.
I think I
Yeah.
watched like 2 episodes.
Wow.
I mean, see, that's the thing. See, that when there were black cartoons, right? But they were like, like MC Hammer, and then there was there was some. I think there was a basketball player that had one too. It was stuff like that. I didn't care for that stuff. It was like,
What's his
I'd rather
name?
watch Tiny Toons.
What's his name? Jordan. He had a movie.
I mean, I guess is Space Jam considered black
Oh
entertainment?
gosh.
No, he just got a black character. So.
Right?
Yeah.
They got basketball players on there, so I mean, by
With a bunch of
default.
rabbits.
I've never seen that. So.
All right, so how
Anyway,
about TV and movies growing up? What were some things you guys remember kind of getting into, or think that were kind of impactful for you guys?
okay, so Sister, like I already mentioned, that was a thing. What was that show? Living Single.
Oh yeah, Living
right?
Single was
Yeah.
a classic.
That was my.
And what's
time
funny
right
about
there.
that is looking at it now, because we used to watch a lot of Living Single and Martin.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
you guys know my parents, right?
yeah, yeah.
That way we watched that as a family. Like I remember like we would watch Living Single and Martin. Now, as a parent now, I get it. Like some stuff you're like, look, I want to watch this. It's reasonable enough. Most stuff is gonna go over their head anyway. So look, we're just gonna watch it together. Like whatever.
Or maybe they just wanted to expose you to some black
Could be.
TV.
Yeah, but we definitely watched both of those, like Living Single and Martin. Yeah.
Oh we
yeah,
would never
Living
watch
Single,
Martin.
Living Single wasn't that bad. It was more. It wasn't that bad at all.
It wasn't that bad, but it's still like an adult show. It's not like
it's adult. Yeah,
it's
exactly. It's got the adult
kids.
themes.
You know, right?
I wasn't able to watch Living Single with like living with my mom didn't even have a TV, so there was that.
There's that
at the time. But when we did have a TV, she wouldn't allow us to watch that. We did watch the Cosby Show though, like a million times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I see. The stuff kind of stuff I was watching when my parents was like, my mom didn't really watch Living Single. I ended up watching that, you know, because it was on, and then I like, oh, okay, this is interesting, and then I would fall asleep and wake up, you know, because I watched it like 1:30 in the morning.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I started watching it when I went to live with my dad because I had like I got my own cable and stuff like that, so I was able to watch basically what I wanted. But by then, I didn't know what.
Yeah.
I was too busy watching Star
watch.
Trek and stuff like that, and friggin'
Which had like always a token black guy
Right.
on it.
yeah. And,
Although Deep Space Nine though, so I used to watch that a lot. Like that was my favorite because Captain Sisko was black. He was like the main captain of that whole station was black. Like,
Oh, really?
and to be honest, for a long time, and this will be a certain subset will understand this, but for a long time, I thought he and Whitley Phipps were the same person. At least I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure they weren't the same person. I was like, wait a minute, these dudes are very similar.
Now I got to see what this guy looks like.
Oh, yeah, look it up.
Because Willie Phipps is a very specific.
Yeah, I was definitely like, man, these people. Is that what?
Okay.
Cisco was a gangster, man.
Oh yeah, so
Okay.
I mean, yeah, so Deep Space Nine wasn't a black show, but for me, I think, I mean, I can't say like, I'm not gonna act like it impacted my life greatly, but I do remember really appreciating that show and kind of now enjoying the fact that like the captain was black. And I don't think I put a lot of emphasis on it, but I just remember really enjoying that.
But see, in that, go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, that the captain was black, but he had his own personality. He seemed like a real person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then sometimes he was a gangster because there were some episodes where like he was chasing that one guy, and he's like, "Look, I'm about to pollute this whole planet," and then he's like, "I'll call my bluff," and then he did it, and it was like polluted for like 50 years. Because he was trying to chase his I forget that guy's name, but he was trying to chase that one guy. So yeah, Cisco
Dude,
is
that's
one of my
super vague, but I also know that the show
He's
was
one of my
like
favorite
30
captains.
years ago.
Right, it's a long
Yeah,
time ago.
well, no, it's on. I mean, it's on now.
It's on Netflix now. I think if y'all want to Bill binge it, but
No, it's not.
Oh,
on
really?
Netflix,
No.
oh no, because it's
Like-
probably Paramount Plus now. They probably
It's on
yanked it off.
Prime. Yeah,
Oh.
Plus, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah,
no,
yeah.
but- okay.
All right, all
I
right.
I
Super
mean,
gangster
I just
captain.
wasn't into TV though, so I guess there's an issue there. But oh my goodness, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something you don't want to hear about. I'm gonna tell you anyway. There was this movie that came out. What's his name? It's called Love and Basketball.
Oh, yeah,
the guy
yeah,
that
yeah.
plays on there. That guy was so fine. Like I remember, I was a kid, yo.
Oh,
I was
Omar
a
Epps, right?
kid. Oh, is it Omar? Oh my goodness.
Love
I wanted to tell somebody so bad. I remember seeing that movie and I was like, well, she was fine too, to be honest. But
Was it Omar Epps
like-
or was it Tay Diggs?
I
This
guess it might
is
have
so
been Tay
racist.
Diggs now-
I
now
get them
that you say that.
confused. So those movies are so similar. So Love and Basketball and Brown Sugar, right? Like, I'm like, wait a minute. Who
Oh
was,
yeah,
which was the one?
I remember Brown
Oh,
Sugar.
shoot.
It was Omar
I feel
Epps,
so bad.
apparently.
But I thought it was Omar
Love
Epps and Love and Basketball
Basketball.
because it was a
I
Sanaa
think it was Tay
Lathan.
Diggs. No, Tay Diggs was hella short.
Tay Diggs is hot too. He was.
Tay Diggs was definitely in Brown Sugar, but yeah, Love Basketball was Omar Epps, yeah, for sure.
Omar Epps, yeah, man. I wanted to tell somebody. I remember seeing that, and I was just like, damn, I want to tell somebody. Like my mom, I remember because my mom and my aunt were talking about how fine he was, and I was like, yes, he is. It was so bad. But what's her name? Gabriella Union is in there as well. Gabriella's fine. She is.
Yeah,
fine.
it's on
like,
my
I was
list.
just like, I love me some Gabriella. She's a great actress.
She's very good at playing somebody I don't like. She always just got a lot of attitude, and I'm like,
she does always have a lot of attitude.
It's a lot,
though, right? And what was that movie that she was in? Bring It On. Was it Bring It On?
There's a movie.
I felt like
Deliver Us from
it was
Eva.
like a cheerleader.
Oh yeah, she
movie
wasn't Bring It
or
On. I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's in it
so
also.
that was she was playing someone sassy as well, but like
Yeah, she can rub me the wrong way.
sorry, every time I think about Bring It On, I think about Not Another Teen Movie.
Yeah.
We're in East Wild. Was it Compton? Why we ain't black? We ain't black.
It's already been brought.
Oh no, he's like, we ain't white. We ain't white. We definitely ain't white. Break it down. Oh no. Let us not.
Oh, you guys, that whole genre of film was made just for Nate. Like all those spoof movies back in the day, like those were made just for him.
See,
oh my god, I
a
love
lot of those
spoofs.
movies when they talk about that stuff. I didn't get it because I do not.
Because you didn't watch the
dance
originals?
movies.
Right.
I don't like dance movies.
That wasn't a dance movie.
Yes, it is. Bring it on. That's all it's about. Cheerleaders dancing around. I don't like that. I didn't.
Sorry, Not Another Teen Movie wasn't a dance movie. Not
No.
Another Teen Movie was based on all those teen movies.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of the teen movies, I didn't watch a lot of them. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
but they weren't all dance movies. Like, for example,
Well,
it
I
was
didn't
based on She's All That. That wasn't a dance movie.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, but I watched She's All That. It had Freddie Prinze Jr. in there, right? Okay, let me stop.
Yeah, Nate's
Okay, what are we
Nate's
talking
kind of
about
having a
now?
moment here. I'm trying to get on Black Entertainment. He's like Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah.
Get out of here. All right, so now
Moving on.
Now that we're on the movies, I guess TV. You know, we had the Cosby Show. I mean, I used to watch Family Matters quite a bit.
Oh yeah, I love Family.
And that was
Matters.
Friday night, which we wouldn't be watching it, but we'd record it on VHS. But we always called it Urkel. We never called it Family Matters.
Yeah.
That show was called Urkel.
Everyone called it
It was
Urkel.
Urkel.
Everyone called it Urkel. And he was the only. Did you know that they brought him on there because the show was going down? Like that was the exact reason why they brought him on there. And I was like, you did good
Yeah.
because the show was okay, but it was just one of those basic shows or whatever. Then they brought him on there, and I mean, he was funny and stuff like that. But I really liked when he started getting into all his science and stuff like that.
Stefan
Like, that
Urkel.
was really, yeah. Well, then he became Stefan Urkel, but like he was always messing stuff up with
Right.
his science and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I thought that's the part that like engaged me because I was like, yeah. So
That was good.
I
That was a
agree.
good one.
but that was going on at the same time as wait, was it? There was some other black show that was very similar to Family Matters, wasn't it? I know there was.
I don't know.
I can't think of
But
that.
I mean, I guess around that time, so I guess childhood through teenagehood, there were a lot of shows because UPN back in the day was like running through all the shows. Remember UPN, right? So they had like Girlfriends and Half and Half and
Yeah.
Sister and
Actually, I used to watch
was it
that.
One on One and
One-on-one. Wasn't
I
that
don't
where the
remember
dad?
Girlfriends.
Yeah.
Moesha.
Moesha, yeah,
Oh,
Moesha,
yeah.
UPN,
Yeah.
Steve Harvey Show, that was a good one.
Yeah, that's where I
Television.
learned about Steve Harvey. Yep.
Steve Harvey Show. I mean, if you're getting a little bit later, the Jamie Foxx Show. That was a classic one for me.
Yeah.
I love that show.
And then Fresh Prince of Bel
Yeah,
Air.
Fresh Prince. Yeah, that was
Oh yeah,
definitely
How can we
more of a
forget about
mainstream.
that?
Because
I didn't
honestly,
forget about it.
like I know it's a cultural icon, but I didn't really watch the show that much personally.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I was into that show.
I don't know.
man.
Yeah.
I just loved it.
I never got into it.
It was so like emotional and like funny at the same time. All these shows talked about like black struggle, right? Which I didn't get at the time, right? So I heard them talking about it, and I remember always thinking like, why they keep bringing this up? I was
Call
like,
back to
"Man,
prior
they always bringing
episodes.
stuff." And it always sounded so serious. I knew it was serious, but I don't know, whatever. Now I get it, but back then I wasn't getting it or whatever. But
Yeah, that reminds me. Speaking of Cosby Show, did you guys watch A Different World? Because back then I wasn't really into it. I think it's just because of my age. I just didn't really. My parents didn't really watch it, so I never was really around it. But Carol loved the show, so with her, I watched quite a few episodes, kind of like a couple years ago. She was binging through them, so. But yeah.
You kidding me? I loved that show. Was that the show that came on like? You can't. You said
no.
No,
I tried to watch it
now.
Yeah, I tried to watch it. I was like, oh, this joke's too corny. I can't do this.
It's not that corny.
It's very
it's very set in its time. It's very
sitcom-y. Yeah, the clothes and everything.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I used to love it, but I didn't understand half of what was going on because there was university.
Well, exactly.
Right?
They were in college at like a HBCU. It was a whole different kind of a thing.
Howard, but they couldn't say that. So
right. Well, yeah.
It was what?
It was some non-real HBCU that they were at. But yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't get any of that. So, but I loved it because I remember the song. I loved the song.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remembered there was a guy that had huge glasses, and there was a girl that was really cute on there. I forgot who it was.
Yeah.
You're probably talking about what's her name?
He was
the one that everyone
show.
was into and everything. What?
He was actually in a Disney show a couple years ago.
Who?
The guy with the glasses that used to flip up like this all the time.
Yeah, that used to flip up.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
The names are escaping me. I feel so terrible. My wife is going to kill me for not knowing these names. I'm sitting here like,
I don't know him either.
He was a spy in a Disney show with Zendaya. Whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, her name is Zendaya. I think that's
Whitley. Yeah, because Jasmine Guy was Whitley, right? And then Dwayne was the other one.
Yeah.
Kadeem Hardison.
Wait, Jasmine Guy is that was the girl, right?
The light skinned one. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
It's coming back. It's coming back.
Coming back. Yeah. So okay, so that's TV. So how about movies? Like anything? I guess I'm trying to think of any childhood movies. I mean, do we include Lion King? Do we count that one? I don't know.
No.
I mean, we can.
There's a bunch of black actors.
Who was it?
Blade.
What? Wait, were they all black?
No, but some of them.
I didn't know that.
No.
Oh, okay.
Blade.
So Simba, the person that plays Simba.
So the singing voice was black because that guy was you've seen him before. I forget his name.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was.
But he can really sing.
Oh, right, because it was JTT who voiced.
Yeah, but the singing voice was a black kid, but he's an actor. You'd recognize him. But obviously James Earl Jones and what's her name?
Yeah, basically the
from
of
Coming to America.
Coming to America, exactly.
What's her name from Coming to America?
No,
the girl who played his
James Earl Jones and the lady that played his wife.
The wife, yeah.
Her name.
They were both.
They was both.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't know that.
Yes. Mufasa and Sarabi.
Speaking of Coming to America, that was I'm loving that.
That's another one that I didn't really see back then. Like I only really saw it like after I got older. I'm pretty sure I watched it with Carol for the first time.
Really?
Jeez,
okay. I watched it twice, I think, because I don't usually watch things twice, but I watched it twice. The first time I didn't get half of the references. I remember Okay, so this is a part in this movie where they had these Jerry curls and they sat back on the couch and they got up and like they had to, but I didn't get it. Like I was like, what y'all? And it's really bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So glowing.
Sexy chocolate. No, I remembered that, but I didn't get it until later when I watched it later again. But that's also when I started curling my hair. If y'all remember, I used to do all kinds of things to my hair, and then I was like, okay, I get it.
Oh, exactly.
Oh man. But did y'all see? Speaking of that movie, did you see the sequel?
I did. It was all right. It wasn't like, oh my goodness, this is the same, but it was all right.
Yeah,
I never got around to it. I do want to see it.
I forgot.
It's on Amazon. Yeah, I mean, I think it's coming to America with it. like number 2 or
The
something.
number two,
Yeah, I forget.
perhaps.
Something like
I don't
that.
know. I saw it, but I was just like, okay.
It was all right. It was all right.
I didn't laugh. I didn't laugh that much. So
Yes, it's hard to do these sequels and these kind of remakes, but
yeah, I think they need
especially
to
when it's
just
that
move on to new things.
that much time in between.
yeah. Oh well, there is a good one that I'm watching right now, but we'll get there in a minute.
Okay.
So, but like other movies, any movies that I guess you guys really feel like really impacted you in any way. Forget if it was just kind of in passing, but anything that really stands out to you, that was Black. Color Purple? I don't know.
No, I hated that movie.
I don't want to talk about the depressing Black movie.
I
There's
hated
a lot
that
of them.
movie. It was exactly.
Yeah.
It was so. I didn't understand half of the things that were going on in there
Because you were so young, right?
Yeah, and
that
it gave this ambience of being so negative and dark. I remember
Rose.
I think she got beat or whatever, right? The Oprah, she got beat or something like that, and I saw that and I was just, oh, you know what movie made an impact on me though? The Jacksons: An American Dream.
Oh, really?
I bought that movie, yeah, because like, I always felt like how Michael Jackson was portrayed in that, where he's like, so this is a scene. I told my mom this too when I was younger and I saw this. She wouldn't let me watch it when I was like really young, but because it was on TV, it was like a TV series or a mini series or whatever. She wouldn't let me watch it then, but I watched it later, but still when I was like in my teens or whatever. And someone had the VHS of it or something like that. That's how old it was. Anyways, there was this. He has this line, or the guy playing Michael Jackson has this line in there. He's like, oh, now I forgot exactly what it says, but he said something about, I feel like there's music in me and it's just trying to get out and I can't let it out, you know? And that's what I told my mom, not music. Cause I mean, I felt like I could sing as well. I felt like I could sing as well, but I was like, I told her, I was like, that's how I feel. I feel like there's something inside me that just wants to get out, like express itself. And I don't know how to do that. My mom didn't know how to respond to that. So.
Yep. She's like, okay, so we're going for dinner.
Moving along.
But I was also a huge fan of Michael Jackson.
I mean, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. I know, because I remember you talked about Michael Jackson like a lot.
Nonstop. Oh my goodness. I wasn't the biggest fan,
you
apparently.
You've probably thrown away more Michael Jackson stuff than people have ever owned.
Oh, you wasn't?
I had
biggest fan?
I wasn't. I
can't remember.
apparently I wasn't. Listen, but I had all his when I was working, because I used to work for Radio Shack, and I was working right next to a mall. Every time I got paid, I went out and got one of his CDs. Like I remember I was waiting for that Invincible CD. I'm
listening to Not the Biggest Fan describe.
No, because I've heard. Listen, apparently there are some people that be doing some.
Whoa. Okay. I'll say this. I always thought you was the biggest fan, but you're not the crazy biggest fan. I'll say that.
I wasn't the crazy, but there was a lot of stuff about him that I didn't know. But I surprised myself with how much I actually knew about Michael Jackson. Like I was into this guy. Like I loved the way he danced. I wanted to learn how to, but the thing is, like I couldn't motivate myself to practice. so you know, but yeah, I had his record. I had a lot of his records. I didn't have all of his records, but I had every single every single DVD I could find of his singles, his I had I remember they were like History Part 1. I was like, can we please produce a History Part 2? Like I was waiting for this. Oh my goodness. And my favorite song, let me tell you, I'm just going to listen, this is going to be a little Michael Jackson moment. Okay, we talk about Black history. Let me tell you, my favorite Michael Jackson album was Dangerous. Oh my goodness, I think I wore that CD out. Like there was this song, what was it called? Oh man, I can't even remember it now. He came out with a video of it. It was just so weird, and I don't know. I'll think of it. I'll think of the name. My favorite Michael Jackson song. Do y'all remember what it was? No, y'all don't even care. My favorite Michael Jackson song was "Man in the Mirror."
I can see that. I can see that.
It was it's my favorite Michael Jackson song was Man in the Mirror. So, and then he had this video movie that he came out with, Moonwalk. Moonwalk, was it Moonwalk or Moonwalker? I think it was called Moonwalker.
Yeah.
And I bought that. Like, I had that on VHS, and then I bought it on DVD.
Or was that the video game?
No, he did have a video game, which I also had.
Tim's eyes rolling all over the place. He's like,
I'm just listening because I'm just listening to not the biggest fan. That's all I'm saying.
Well, he meant it literally, Tim. He meant he's literally not the biggest fan.
Yeah.
Because that's one person that's not him, but he's definitely a huge fan.
Right.
Yeah, I was definitely.
I got all the material, but I'm not the biggest fan.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Well, most people say that they mean it like casually, like I'm not the biggest fan, like colloquially. He meant it literally. Yeah. Like I'm not that person. that is the biggest.
No, I just meant like I know that there are other people who are more fanatical, I suppose, than I was, but I was very
obsessed but not fanatical. Absolutely,
I was obsessed but not fanatical. So sorry, this is the end of it.
Right. I mean, honestly, it's interesting. As you were talking, I was thinking about like entertainment. We could have included music, but for me, I don't think that's as interesting a topic to discuss in this way because it's already so inundated with Black artists in a lot of ways.
Yeah, but like, well, I guess a good question would be like, are there any that have like positively impacted you? Because there are a lot of rappers, but like for example, Queen Latifah, she was a rapper first, and then she became a like a movie star,
an actress,
well, a TV star, I think, first, and then a movie star. Yeah, so an actress. But I really appreciated her. I didn't know her music very well, except did she sing with LL Cool J at one point in time?
Possibly. I never really followed her career very much.
Yeah, me neither. But I knew her more when she was in as an actress. The first time I recognized her was on Living Single, and then she did what was it called? Set It Off, the movie.
I think so,
right,
yeah.
with Jada Pinkett and whatever. And then she did this one movie about her thinking that it was her like last day to live, and so she went to
France. That was the one with the one with Common, or is that the one with LL Cool J? I think LL Cool J was in that one. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, I watched that with my wife and my mother.
It's called the last. Is it the holiday? Last holiday?
Maybe that's what I'm confusing it with. Okay, yeah, because I felt like she was with LL Cool J at some point, that was the movie. But I wasn't sure if it was music. Okay.
Common was another. I forget what it was called, but.
But I mean, like, is there any music that would impact you that you felt would?
So my wife is going to laugh so hard at this, but there was an album that I'm pretty sure I ruined twice, the CD, because I got it two times, I think, with like BMG or something. But Lauryn Hill, Miseducation, that album, and like that's the first album that I really listened to, like beginning to end, and I like knew all of the songs. So most other artists, like I would know like their radio stuff, right? But like, but that album, like it was like everything. I don't know what it was, but and a lot of it was so positive as well, because it has all those little things intercut between like the little skits between the kids talking about stuff, and so for me, like,
I did not know that.
Yeah, that album was just like, so
that's so interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
No, I would.
Because I totally thought you were going to say the Temptations, because I knew you were into the Temptations.
Temptations, yes, and that movie, I guess not really. It's really a miniseries, but yeah, I own that now on Amazon Prime. I had to purchase it. I had it on DVD and VHS. So yeah, for sure. I loved. When that movie came on, like when it was first on TV, I was just like, every night I had to see the next version.
Raving about
it. No, I love that movie. Yeah, that was like as far as an artist, like Temptations, I don't think they were like super impactful like that, but that miniseries movie was just, I don't know what it was, but I guess the story of them, and I don't know, but it was just it was.
I
Okay.
always
was a
mix
thing.
up that movie Temptations with the other one.
The Five
Like
Heartbeats, which I think I've seen
Five
maybe
Heartbeats.
once.
Yeah, I
The
always
Five,
mix
I've
it
never
up. So
seen
I
it.
can't quote like because every time I think of the Temptations, I think of that one scene, and then I think I realize it's from the Five Heartbeats, and then where the
I've
dude's
never
like
seen
sitting
it.
on the
I didn't
ground, he's
even
like,
know that was a thing.
sometimes I wish. And he's trying to sing the song, but he's been doing drugs all this time. He's trying to sing their song and stuff. He's trying to get back in the group.
That sounds like
He's
Five
like,
Heartbeats.
sometimes, yeah,
Oh yeah.
sometimes I wish. And he's like, raindrops with. Like he's trying to sing this song. It sounds so bad. And it sounds so
I
bad.
know you can sing, Tim.
No, that's what he does though. He's singing like that, and it sounds so bad. And they're sitting there outside the street. Look at this dude sitting on the ground singing this song. And they're like, man, you know. Right.
But actually, now that y'all talking about that, you got me thinking about Whitney Houston. Man, she was very impactful in my life, and she was, she did basically nothing but singing. But then she also did a little. She became an actress. Like
Yeah.
I
Preacher's
think she
Wife.
acted in a couple movies or whatever.
Yeah,
The Preacher's
Wife,
Wife,
Bodyguard.
and, Bodyguard,
Yeah.
and then I
Couple
feel like there was
classics,
something
yeah.
else. Yeah, but her music, my goodness, that woman, she could blow me away. Like she was, like I remember hearing. Your dad actually preached a sermon on this too, because
Really?
he was talking about listen to secular music, but then he brought up Whitney Houston, and I remember him doubling back on that. He was like, "Now listen, I don't want to disrespect." So, I was like, who is this Whitney Houston that he just even the pastor don't want to bring? But I heard her was it because he was talking about this exact song, The Greatest Love of All, because he was like, the greatest love of all is Jesus'
Right.
love, and, not whatever. So I listened to that song and I was just like, man, that took me places, like that song. And what was the one that was in the one that everyone plays at their wedding, but it's not a wedding song.
Right.
It's actually a divorce or like a breakup
Right.
song.
Oh my goodness. It's
I can't think of it. It's right there. I know it. Like if you tell me, I'll be like, oh, I knew that. But no, you know this song. Let me tell you, everyone knows this song.
I mean, probably when you say the name, then I'll.
I mean, of course. Then, so when you tell me the name of the song, then I'm gonna know what it is. No.
Yeah. No, sometimes even though people name the song, you're like, I've never heard that song. I may not.
Let me
I've
see.
never
Let
heard
me see.
that song.
Wait, wait.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me see. It's like
Ask Dr. Google.
Wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me though. Don't tell me. I know this song. She's like, I will always love you. Is that
That's the one.
Is that the song?
I will.
Yes.
I know that song.
Yes.
I know that song.
Because she be holding them
that song
notes
comes
and
up on
like.
Pandora. Every
Look at
day.
his face. Look at his face.
I know that song.
Be-
I was not even thinking about that song.
He's like, I know that song. I'll always love. Like, what's the face for?
Because I'm mad at myself because I didn't even consider that song.
What is happening?
I didn't even consider that.
You know what?
I
You
don't
know
know what
what?
song
We
you're
gotta move
talking
on
about.
because this guy better start some kind of. I don't even know what's going
All
on
these
here.
songs coming in my head, and that's one of them. And I'm like,
He's out here disrespecting
Totally
Whitney
not.
Houston for some reason.
That's totally not the song to talk about. 'Cause that song's too
Okay,
obvious.
so apparently he's down with somebody now. So who's impactful now, Tim? Cardi B? Is that who we're talking about? Is that who?
Oh hell!
Hey, listen though, I like me some Cardi B.
I mean, well, actually, my wife listens to this, so yeah, she's very good personality. Yeah, she seems like a very nice person.
Right.
Woo, yes.
I don't know what it is about her. I just like her.
She seems very kind. That's what it is.
She actually does seem very kind, but she seems like
She does seem very
like
real.
she's
I
bad
will
about
say
it.
that. She seems
Yes.
like she's not
Yeah.
trying to like act like somebody else. It seems like that's just
No,
who she is.
she started out as a stripper. She ain't got no reason to act like
That's
nobody
what I'm
else.
saying. She is who she is. She's
Hey,
like, whatever.
Don't hate.
Exactly.
He's like,
I'm
yeah,
loving
so?
it. Like,
Give me them checks.
I like that.
Right.
Yeah. So, but also I was thinking of Tina Turner. Mm, mm.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know what are you talking about? Have you ever seen that movie? Her movie, What's Love Got to Do with It?
I never saw
That's
it.
with Angela Bassett.
I never saw it.
I'm
You
gonna admit
never,
something here.
you never
You
seen
never
What's Love
saw
Got to
it?
Do with It?
Okay.
You saw it, Tim?
Yeah, I saw that. I'm gonna admit something though. Okay, I was
Tim,
listening.
you are just so disinterested in like the black community.
No,
That's why you're trying to find other stuff in other countries.
No,
Like, stuff is trash.
It's about Tina Turner. It's about that song that goes with the movie. Okay.
Yeah, What's Love Got to Do with It?
Yeah, What's Love Got to Do with It? Okay. So, and I'm gonna admit this, and it's gonna sound dumb as hell, but I'm gonna admit it anyways. Okay.
Okay.
I guess
No
for
judgment.
the longest time, me hearing that song, I never listened to the words. And what I mean by listening to
a lot of people do that.
No, yeah, I mean by listening to words, I mean listening to the words and actually listening to what she's actually saying. Like I sung the song, I know the words, but I never actually paid attention to what she was actually saying.
But
and
like,
the whole
a lot
song
of
was
people
about
do
her
that,
getting beat up, and I never paid attention to it. So I don't know.
The whole song's not about her getting beat up.
Yeah, it is about her getting beat up.
I think what?
Yes.
I mean,
she
the
says
whole
things
movie
like,
is about her getting beat up.
No, the song. She's like this. She's saying things like, "I'm watching your hands," and she's saying things like that. If you listen to everything she's saying, it's about her getting beat up.
She says, "You must understand that the touch of your hand makes my pulse react."
Yes, that's about getting beat up.
It's only the thrill of boy meeting girl, opposites attract.
No, it's about her getting beat up.
Physical.
It's about her getting beat
up. They can be taken it multiple ways.
Yes,
I did not see that.
It was about horse racing after getting smacked upside the head, but I mean, I guess that's possible.
Like, I think what she's saying is the for what I understood the song to be saying is like, it's not necessarily love. It is like passion, or could be obsession.
But if you keep going into the song,
we wouldn't call it.
If you keep going into the song, she's saying things like, oh gosh.
Now I gotta look up the words.
Yeah, look at the words.
Let me see.
She's talking because if you listen to all the words, it's going down this path of just her getting beat up.
She sang it at the end of it when she broke, like when she was able to get in the movie. She sang it at the end when she was able to get out of it. Side note, that's one of her biggest selling songs, and it was one of the songs she hated the most.
Yep.
Excuse me, she didn't like it. She was like, "It's not my style." I was like, "Girl, I'm loving that song." So, let's see. It says lyrics. You must understand how though the touch of somebody did not write the right lyrics makes my pulse react, that it's only the thrill, boy meeting girl, opposites attract, is physical, only logical. You must try to ignore that it means more than that. What's love got to do with it? So basically, it's physical, it's only logical, it's not about love. This next verse, it may seem to you that I'm acting confused when you're close to me. If I tend to look dazed, I've read it someplace, I've got cause to be. There's a name for it, there's a phrase that fits, but whatever the reason, you do it for me. What's love got to do? Again, all these things, but it's a physical reaction. It's not. It has nothing to do with love.
Every time I hear this song, I swear.
I mean, you know what? Maybe we can discuss that another time, Tim, about your own personal trauma. Maybe you're reading into this this song, but I don't want to get into your personal life, but maybe there's some projection going on or something. I'm not really sure.
She's getting beat up in the song, man.
Maybe a little Tim inside's getting beat up, and that's why he's
maybe because you know why? Because in my mind, when I hear the song, I think of the movie.
Stuff happens. Yeah, but because she was getting beat up in the car. I think that was when she was at the end. She was getting beat up in the. Yeah. Well, she was getting beat up, and then she fought back and she whooped it.
Right.
But then she got out. They were looking all roughed up and stuff like that. And then she walked into the thing, and then Angela Bassett started singing at first, and then Tina Turner comes on at the end. Oh, it's just a lovely scene. I loved it. But my favorite song of Tina Turner's is actually Private Dancer.
Dancing for money. That's a jam. You know what? As a side note, there are so many songs that I love that I just can't tell anybody because I would be judged. I would be judged. My wife already judges me for several of them already. But like they got hit, they're catchy tunes and you like them. So
listen,
I don't care what it's about.
Listen, let me let me tell you this song that I like of Whitney Houston's that you really shouldn't be liking, because I listened. So I'm one of those people that listens to the lyrics of the song, right? Excuse me. And she has this song. What is it called? Basically, she's talking about a man cheating on his wife with her. Now, you shouldn't be rooting for her. I think she actually has. Is this in a movie where I think it's in I know she has a video for it. I think, but you shouldn't be rooting for her. But I just love that song. Like, she just hits some notes, and I'm just like, I'm jamming to this, even though there's a part of me that feels guilty for liking it, because she talked about.
See, I see where you're coming from, but for me, it's songs that you would typically be like, that's a song you like. Like, I'll give you an example that I'm not afraid to share on the podcast at this time, but like Denise Williams, "Let's Hear It for the Boy," like that is my jam. You guys probably remember that song.
I do remember that song. Let's hear it.
Exactly. Like I'm like, yeah, but like, what?
But I ain't gonna lie. Why?
I think
like, why
songs like that.
I don't know. It catches me.
Yeah,
it's not the lyrics of it. I don't know what it is. It's just I hear I'm like, oh yeah.
You know what it is? Songs like that though. Like, because then that song come out like in the 80s or like early.
I'm pretty 90s. Sure it's 80s. It has the 80s or early 90s.
That was really,
so a lot of, even though I wasn't listening to music really in the 80s or anything like that, when I hear those, it makes me think of like some of the good 80s movies I like, and I like 80s music sometimes because of that. Like,
oh yeah, but this is okay.
So
okay,
I don't know what it is. I constantly listen to freaking, I can't think of the name of the group. Something for Tears. Everybody wants to take over the world.
Tears for Fear.
Tears for Fear. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, that's the name of the song though, right?
No, that's the name of the group too, right?
I think so.
No, or Fears for Tears or something like, or maybe that's the name of the group. Yeah, it is the name of the group.
Tears for Fears.
Yeah, I listen to that song a lot. Everybody wants to rule the world.
Wait, what's the name of the song?
Everybody wants to rule the world, or something like
that. Everybody wants to. That song.
Yep, rule the world. I listen to that song.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that on Pandora. I listen to it all the time. I don't know why.
That's who sings that? I mean, okay, obviously,
Nate.
Tears for Fear. Thanks. Are they black?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
So Tim's getting sidetracked.
Yeah, okay. Oh, really? Okay. Anyways, enough of that. Okay, because all my black music.
We just really reminisced about
some. All right, so tell me. So we reminisced. We look backwards. So coming kind of current. What are some either like entertainment or even people that you really appreciate currently, or you see maybe being impactful going forward?
Well, y'all know I really love Angela Bassett. I feel like she's just since I saw her in the Jacksons' An American Dream, I've always just liked her. She always seemed to be playing someone who's some woman getting beat up.
She's good with going through the struggle for sure.
Yeah, she is, but she just always seems so regal to me. So I'm really hoping. She just got nominated, I think.
She won a Golden Globe for supporting actress. For Wakanda Forever.
Oh, nice. Okay, good. Yeah. So I'm hoping she will keep, because she's in. I think she's in 911.
Yep.
Lone Star.
I forget which one.
Angela Bassett, the woman that
one of the two.
That never ages.
Yeah, man, she be rocking it. So. She's somebody, but she's, older, someone younger, there's Zendaya, but I don't really follow her. So I don't really know. Wait, do you got some ideas?
Oh, I got plenty of ideas. I mean, one person that stands out to me currently, well, a few people, one would be Jordan Peele. Because, Key and Peele, the show was very impactful, right? I mean, that show to me is just, it's just hilarious.
They're
Oh my
ridiculous.
goodness! And then for him to leave and then do this whole other genre thing where he's making kind of like genre movies and like sci-fi horror type stuff, but like it's still black. Like for me,
Mm-hmm.
him doing that caused me to actually seek out like black sci-fi fantasy films and like watch them to help support. Which is why I went and saw Candyman in the theater. So I was
Wow.
like, look, it's a black movie, it's black people, go see it. I was watching
Yeah.
I watched Watchmen on HBO. So that show, it's got Regina King, Yahya Abdul Mateen is in
Regina
it.
King, I love her.
Who he
Okay.
was also in Candyman. He was very good. But yeah, that show, it was so interesting because it's a current show. It's based off of the Watchmen comics, but kind of after the movie, at least. It's kind of later.
Okay.
But it takes place in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Deals with like the race riots that happened back then, which for me, like in school, I didn't really grow up learning about the Tulsa riots and stuff, right? Like I learned most of it from this TV show. That's a sci-fi show. But to me, like that was just so it was so nice to watch this sci-fi show with these kind of some black leads that's taking this kind of black history piece as kind of the basis of the show in a lot of ways and kind of working through that, which was so interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really cool.
Okay.
Also, I watched Lovecraft Country on HBO as well. That's good. That was with Jonathan Majors. Majors was in that show. Jonathan Majors is currently going to be Kang the Conqueror in Marvel. He Who Remains. He's also in Creed 3 coming up. He was also just in this movie called. He was an Air Force pilot. I forget what it was called, but he was in that recently as well. But he's another upcoming kind of black actor coming out that's kind of doing a lot. I mean, 3 major movies in kind of a year is a lot, but he's doing a lot out there. But yeah, so that show Lovecraft Country was kind of again looking at H.P. Lovecraft's work and kind of examining some of the racial tinges to what he was writing and kind of, but still kind of in a sci-fi Lovecraftian story that I really enjoyed. So that was really cool. So it's really what I'm enjoying right now is watching. Excuse me. The genre that I enjoy, like sci-fi, fantasy, horror type stuff, but like with a black story, which is really cool for me.
That's what I liked when you said that, because that's what I do. I seek out shows and movies. Well, I try to, anyways. I don't watch a lot of shows and movies, but when I do, I try to seek out the ones that have at least very good black representation. And if it's a black movie, that's something that I would like. Like, for example, I didn't see what was the one, The Woman King. I didn't watch that because it wasn't something that interested me.
It's very good.
But like, for example, I knew I had to go watch Wakanda. Like, I knew I had to do it just because, like, I mean, I wanted to do it because it's Marvel. It was never a storyline that I was like super interested in. But when it came out in movies, I was like, I gotta do it, And I was very happy that it was good. Yeah, I also seek to. That's my main like thing. Like I seek stuff to that support the black community, and I seek stuff that support the LGBT community. Like I'm like, I need to see that. So I like that. What about you, Tim?
Like I said before, I'm trying to support, black entertainment, not the BET. But,
No, but like, do who are some up and coming actresses?
So, all right. So as far
artists.
as actors and actresses and stuff, like you can ask my wife, I don't pay attention to that. I like,
fair enough.
I know like, like for Black Panther, I know Coogler, that he was a director for that. And because I like the character, I like I like that world in that movie in the first one, and I was okay with the second one. So I support that. I just like to make sure that that because I grew up in a time where we all grew up in a time where when there was a lot of negative black characters out there. So now that there's this kind of turn where you're seeing these positive black characters, I'm trying to support that. So anything where I see that at, and I guess you could say it doesn't matter if I'm looking at the character, not who made the movie, or sometimes, it could be like, a positive black character in the director's white. I don't care about that. I just want to see this positive black character, and that's what I want to support. I want people to know that that black folks don't want to just see us as thugs and dying in the first 5 minutes of the movie. You know, I
Yeah.
which was the thing back in the day. It's not so much no more. But I
Did
just want to make
you?
sure that they know that we support our characters being positive, smart, and
Yeah,
impactful in
I
movies.
feel you.
So
Yeah. I know we got to close, but just a quick question. Did you all see Grand Army on
Grand
Netflix?
Army. I'm not sure I've heard
I
of
have no
that.
idea what that is.
So they have a lot. What was cool about it is that they have a lot. They have like multiple um, storylines, and so they had this like storyline for. I don't know where she was from. I think she was from like the Antilles or something like that. This I think she was Caribbean, if I'm not mistaken. And then they had like a basic white uh kind of not basic because it was kind of like I don't want to undermine it because it actually was. I think the story was really good. I was so sad that they didn't have a second season, but it was really heavy. So I wasn't surprised that they didn't have a second season, but I really liked how they did it. And then there was a story about like an Indian, you know. Um, I think he was facing, if I'm not mistaken, he was kind of facing racism. Oh no, he was gay. Sorry, that was what happened. Like he was in a like a traditional Indian family, and he couldn't, come out. And anyway, so that was cool. Like I think those were the three storylines, like a white storyline. Um, I think a girl was getting, she had ended up getting like gang raped or something like that. The kind of the anti Caribbean storyline where she kind of had to, her mom was trying to marry her off so that they could help, she could, to somebody who
Mm.
had money, you know, because it was saying it was all in America, but still, they were talking about this, and then the Indian storyline. So it was really, really cool. I really liked how they just like blended all of this kind of together. They were all at the same school. They all knew each other, but it was just whatever. But it was really heavy. It started off with a
Hmm.
shooting in the school. So like,
Side note, Nate, you seem to really enjoy these high school movies and shows. That seems to be
I
something
do,
you
and so
and
does my
Tim as well. But you
brother.
guys seem to really like
I
these
like
kind
it.
of these high school things. It's not
Same.
really
Yeah.
my lane. Like I'll watch them, but you guys really seem
Mm-hmm.
to be down with the high school drama.
Yeah, I asked because Liam told me that like multiple times. I was like, he was like, yeah, you like the ones with high schoolers and young people, and I'm like, thanks for making me sound like a
I mean,
pedophile.
Right.
I wasn't trying to draw any emphasis. I was just noticing a pattern.
Well,
I mean,
No,
by
I
default,
do.
I
most of the
know
animes in high school, so I tend to watch those. So I guess it's similar.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's like young adult, but the thing is, I don't know why specifically, but I know that, for example, I really, really loved Glee, and the reason why I loved, I mean, there's obviously not black entertainment, but they did have, a good number of black people on there, I think. So that was cool, but I liked it because usually it kind of gives you this impression of hope, I think, so that's what Glee really did for me, was like follow your dreams, do, go after what you want, sort of things. And that's usually what happens in these. Well, with Grand Army, that was not the case. Well, actually, it kind of did, because everybody, they ended up doing what I thought that they should have done, like, excuse me, the girl was like, finally, no, I'm going to take control of my own life. The boy was like, yeah, finally, I'm going to take my control of my own life. And that's kind of how I feel. So yeah, I don't know specifically why it's the case,
And
but
I'll
yeah,
say for
I think it
myself,
just brings hope. Huh?
the only high school show I watch is Blood and Water, unless it's like anime
You were
stuff.
watching Wink Saga. Don't even go there. But I won't get any
That's not
further
high
into it.
school.
Yes,
They're like
it
27
is.
That
years
is
old.
high school.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's
I thought it was
university,
high
isn't it?
Yeah.
school.
No.
I mean,
University.
whatever, same thing.
And I'm still on the first episode of the second season. I gotta get back
I
into
think
that.
it's University.
All right, if you say so. All right, guys.
You said you're still on the first
Of the second
episode?
season.
Oh, well, it's only 2 seasons
Yeah.
long.
Yeah,
They
I
canceled
tried to
it.
start that. It wasn't working for me. So
Don't. Well,
Yeah,
because the
worst
second
case.
season.
Which
was
Yeah,
that's-
it doesn't.
horrific.
It doesn't
think-
get good until like toward the middle
Yeah.
end of the first season.
I mean, we have a whole podcast about how they're canceling shows and things and what that does, but maybe another day. So to wrap this one up, you know,
okay.
how are you guys feeling? I guess as you look at Black entertainment, whatever that means to you, you know, how are you feeling about kind of the state of things and like the future of Black entertainment?
I hope. I don't know, because I'm really far removed. Being in France, I'm really far removed from what it is in America. But I do hope that it continues to go strong. Just like I really hope that Black Americans really just. I don't know. That's a whole another topic that we were discussing before. But like, I really hope that they just, that they just really, you know, keep doing their thing. Like, don't worry about other people. Like, just do your thing.
How about you, Tim?
Right now, like I said, when it comes to entertainment, you got a lot of positive characters out there. You got people out there like Deion Sanders. You got, hold on.
What about Deion Sanders? You know, I'm not gonna get into that because I could go another 30 minutes on Deion Sanders.
It's a long story.
I don't even know what's going on there.
But
So
you got a lot of positive, African American characters out there. You got people who are doing, they're in shows where they're in real situations, not Black situations. So I like it. I'm okay with it right now. There's probably
Okay.
going to be a character that's going to feel awkward and just be back in that, that time. Like I'm mad that we haven't talked about Blade, but we don't have time for that now. But let's go.
All right.
yeah, I mean, I heard you mention
Yeah, I
it,
kept
but
saying
then you didn't
it.
say
It
you
was-
didn't have any follow up. So I was just like, eh.
Like Blade.
Because
yeah.
listen,
Let's talk
I
about
was
Tina
just
Turner.
like shrugged to
Blade. Yeah.
Blade.
Let's talk about Whitney Houston. Blade.
Right.
Yeah. Let's talk.
I mean, you could have said Wesley Snipes. Maybe
No, I don't
we
wanna say
like,
Wesley
jumped on
Snipes.
that, but
Here we go. Here we go.
I want to say Blade.
what
Wesley's
about
a
you,
national
Chris?
treasure.
Yes, he is. And so what's his name? What's his name? I always confuse him and Wesley Snipes together. I know they are not.
I don't
at
know
all
who
the
that
same
would even
people,
be.
But yeah, you do. Like his. Oh man, come on now! You know who I'm talking about. Like he's like the most famous Black actor.
Don't say
ever.
Denzel
Like
Washington.
everyone knows him. Denzel
You
Washington.
confused Denzel.
No.
Okay, hold up.
No.
Hold up.
No.
No. When I say confused, no,
No.
it's confused. Yeah, no.
No. No.
So I'm going to take that and I'm going to bring it as a positive into my closing comments, right? And you'll see how I'm going to work it out. I think the state of things as it is now is in a great place in that there's so much out there that we can confuse these people, right?
Yes.
It's not like it's like the one person and it's like, oh yeah, that one person or that one movie. Like there's so much out here now that we can afford to even have all these genres and all these things that maybe we don't like, and it's fine. Like if it fails, it's okay. It doesn't mean now like we're set back 20 years because this movie didn't do well, right? Like now we can have stuff that's good,
right.
stuff that's bad, and it's all good, and we can enjoy like Black entertainment that's in a lane that we like, and that's cool, and we can, and it's fine. So for me, I'm enjoying it. I'm trying to find everything in this lane that I'm trying to get into now. I'm enjoying. I was mentioning, I don't know if you guys watched The Best Man back in the day.
Oh yeah.
The Best Man.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
If you
I
didn't
think I
watch,
did.
then they had The Best Man Holiday a few years ago. Now they have the series on Peacock. I watched it with my wife. It's very good, actually.
Oh.
But even that, watching that, it's been great to be able to see kind of this one story continue from back then to now, and watch them kind of progress and grow, but also be able to it's just a very good show. It's not necessarily, and it's not really even, it's not a show for Black people. It's a very good show about Black people. and
For everybody.
Yeah.
it's not black people put in a white situation in quotes, right? It's just a story about black people in these places that appeals to a lot of people, and I'm enjoying it. It's great to watch it. It's well written, well acted, well done, and there's just so much out there. So I have lots of hope for the future that, you know, there's so much out here being done that we don't have to only watch like horrible slave movies, which they have their place, right? Like we just watched Emancipation with Will Smith on Apple TV. Like, right. Like that's good stuff. It's important to have it. Like we need it, but it can't only be that, right? That's draining. It just takes a lot.
Was it good?
Emancipation. It was.
Yeah. That's Will Smith, right?
For it was okay.
Okay.
I probably won't watch it again. I watched it once. It was fine. You know, it is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, that's how I feel. I'm excited about things. There's lots out there to watch. Another piece I just reminded of was, I don't know if you guys remember John Boyega. He played Finn on the Star Wars movies. He was the King and the Woman King. But I'm happy that he felt free to speak out in the way he did about how he was treated at Disney and kind of how they handled his character.
Yeah,
like, you know, like, and like he got canceled or he's like gone. Like he has his own production company. He's doing stuff. He's supporting other artists doing things. Like he was like, well, I'm gonna go out and do my own thing, right? And so he's out there supporting other artists, still producing, still doing. I'm sad that Star Wars went that direction because I was like, well, yeah, we got a black Jedi. It's gonna be legit. And then it was all a big misdirect. But anyway,
I didn't really. I heard about it, but I didn't really follow up on it. So you know.
But yeah, that being said, a little letdown. But again, that little letdown. There's other stuff to watch, to experience, to enjoy. We got Black Panther. We got two black Superman coming out. I know Tim got opinions on those, but it's happening, like it or not. And yeah, you know, there's lots out here. You know, there's plenty. There's an abundance for everyone.
And they're also making up another character for the new Ant-Man movie. They're just making this character up. I can't think of the actor's name, but he's gonna be a black superhero.
Sweet.
Okay, we'll see.
Good stuff. Well, thanks for the discussion, guys. I know we could have gone for another 2 more hours, but we had to.
Oh, definitely.
We had to wrap it up.
We got to cut this.
But yeah, folks, thanks for listening. Let us know what you think about the state of black entertainment. You know, hit us up wherever you can find us. You know who we are. We are unofficially opinionated. We're everywhere. So make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. Click the little notification bell so you see when we get the new stuff out there. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe on your favorite podcasting apps out there. I know people use Apple Podcasts. If you use Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you are, find us on there. We out there. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. So if you got a comment for us, a message, you want to hit us up, you want to come on and be a guest, if you got an interesting topic, let us know.
Oh, yeah.
We will have you on.
Let us know.
We would love it. Yeah, we talk about everything. So hit us up. Find us out there. Thanks again to Nate for doing all of our audio video editing. He is the man for that. That's
me.
Thanks to Tim. Tim is our graphical designer, graphic engineer, Discord moderator for our internal stuff. So thanks to that, Tim. He's laughing because there's some inside funniness around our Discord, but that's just for us. Maybe someday we'll let y'all in there, but for now, it's just for our private thoughts and discussions. But yeah, good times. Thanks to my son, Jaden, for our intro, outro music. That was all his handiwork. So yeah, and thank you guys for joining us today. And I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Ciao.
Bye, Tim.
Bye, Tim.